Hello, my little bird. It has been quite some time. Although I have many questions, I long to ask you, but I will not be able to ask them, as there will not be a reply. However, I do know of an old acquaintance, some even say friend. Maybe he will have the guidance I need to hear, or at least would like to hear. Dear my faithful friend, while we have not spoken since the initiation of the Magus party, I have begun my journey creating new and grand spells. While some have made these spells before, I believe I can retune them, reshape them. I wish for these spells to make a true impact, and to show parts of the world that at least I have made something good of myself. During this great journey, I have met many peers of which I have high regards for, and that I consider newly made acquaintances or even friends. They have made a set of spells that I have been impressed with. I know you must be thinking, the great Merlin stumped at such? That is unfounded. In which I would agree. It is very unfounded. In fact, it is quite intriguing. Although I have discovered something rather remarkable. Joint spells. It is where two magical users come together to create a spell. One using enchantment, and the other using alchemy. It is truly remarkable. Yes, this was spoken about in the initiation of the Magus Code, where two or more users can come together to create something so special. But I shrugged it off as nothing but counterintuitive, considering there are more pressing matters at hand. People seem to forget that vocalist spells exist, or at the very least, visual spells. Now, it is mostly audible, at least in our little social circles. While I was lectured by my professor about such things recently, those spells are used to this day. It is within respective communities. While I hate being wrong most of the time, I have to agree. To add to this, these acquaintances and new friends of mine enjoy other activities that aren't all about spell writing and casting, fine-tuning spells as well. Anyway, back to the reason I've started to write to you. I've had to use 2 parchments for this letter, so apologies for having to send you 2. I do have more topics to discuss, but my time is running quite short. I sense a powerful witch approaching my humble abode, as you would say. I write to you for an answer, albeit sometimes you rarely write back due to how busy you are. What do you do when others look down on the spells you create and say they would never work out? Or even the form in which you create such spells is not the standards. You see, I have had many encounters with a few spellcasters informing me of such. That my spells aren't going to succeed and even fail. maybe even backfiring, even though that hasn't been seen in millennia. In addition, some have said the way that I finish my spells, or even fine-tune them, isn't up to the magic arcane. I've shown some of my spells in theory to some that I've made friends with, and they tell me that it's great, and it will succeed. But others state that it will fail and wither. While I appreciate those that give me criticism that is constructive, I do not appreciate the timing in which it is given, nor how it is presented. While I don't speak formally with you when we do talk, and I don't bring my strong-willed character, I eagerly await your reply. Yours truly, Merlin. I did not know a witch could be so sly and conniving.